And we are live. Welcome to the MLB Strategy Show, Friday, August 29th. I am Josh Engelman, here to break down. I honestly don't know how many games there are. A lot. 14. I honestly didn't look at the schedule yet. Most of them, let's see, 24 on the main, so at least 12 on the main. What's going on, everybody? Let's have some fun. We are starting right now after our first NFL show. The NFL is here. We are 6 days away from opening the season. Greg and Loughy just finished up right now looking through our simulation tools and our first draft of our projections for week one. They broke it all down. Now, obviously, that stuff is going to be in constant flux over the next few days, but they went through it now. But for baseball, we're not going anywhere. We are here to break it all down. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It went really well when Loughy was gone earlier in the week. We had a great Tuesday. We had a great Wednesday. And now I think that we can do it again. So just to let everybody know, this is now officially my show for the rest of the season. Loughy is moving to football. I am taking this show over. However, I am going to be out starting next week. So you're going to get me for Monday and Tuesday. And then I'm going to be out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm off Wednesday to Wednesday. So once I'm back, then I'm back. And we'll close out the final month of me grinding out baseball. I'm probably like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the playoff slates. If there's ever like one game, I won't be doing anything here. But for like that first 2 or 3 days of the MLB playoffs, you usually get like 3 or 4 gamers, so we'll hit those as well. We got a lot to talk about. I've run sims already for today's slate. We're going to look at pitchers. We're going to look at hitters. We'll run some sims. We can look at some of the new features in the single lineup simulator. You guys know I'm the czar of that tool. I own that single lineup simulator. Nobody better. And now we've got even more things we could do in the tool. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun. Let's see. What else do I got here? Let me remove that column so this data looks better. Check me out on Twitter at Josh Engelman. I should probably just put the link in here, huh? Yeah, it's just going to be easier. Let me drop the link in chat. So in lieu of doing what's it called? The perfect lineup. In lieu of the perfect lineup video, now that Loughy is done, I've started writing it instead. So I put it up on my Tails account. If you guys want to check it out, totally free. Tweet is in chat. Click the link. Head on over to my Tails feed, which you'll see here. And I've written up the perfect lineup for today. Pitchers, stack, the lineup that I ran. So you guys can see it all here. If you want to get that, if you want to get that sort of information, I'm going to be posting this daily. Costs you nothing. I highly recommend you subscribe if you want to. That would help me out a ton. But go check it out. I'm going to be posting more and more content here as we go through the year. But for now, let's talk a little baseball, shall we? So like I said, I ran the sims. I didn't do anything to adjust other than take the top 150 plays. So those are the exposures that we see here now. Now, I would never just let that rip like that. I would certainly move some stuff around. But that is where we stand for right now. I have one other thing that we could talk about today. I have it pulled up to Michael Bush right now. Boy, oh boy, is that too tiny. Let's see how big I can get this. All right, that's not bad. I've got my home run model pulled up as well. So we could take a look at some individual players and maybe some home run lines if we want to. It worked out for me yesterday very well. You guys, clearly, if you're watching this baseball show, are familiar with what Kyle Schwarber did last night. The old 4-donger, and then couldn't hit the 5th off of Brujan. He was getting 60-mile-an-hour meatballs in that last at-bat. But my model liked Kyle Schwarber so much yesterday that I actually bet him to hit 2 home runs plus. And that line was only plus 900, which is nuts. I actually parlayed Schwarber 2 or more homers with Trent Grisham to homer. So I hit I had a 10% boost or something on Fanatics. So I hit like a 55-1 home run parlay yesterday because of Schwarbs. I'll take that all day. But we do have the entire home run model here ready to be looked at. The Oppenheimer report is the temporary name here, because we're just giving out bombs. But if we do want to look at the top of the heap today, Shohei Ohtani against Zach Gallen is my top home run option. You're going to see stuff like Austin Riley being listed here. It's just because it takes all of the full rosters and dumps it into this table. But we could try to pick out a couple individual home run spots and dig in to see what we like. But we'll start on the DFS side, looking at some pitching. And I'm going to start with the two guys that I recommended in the perfect lineup. The first of which, probably not all that known, Jonah Tong is the SP1 that I selected for the perfect lineup today. 8,500 going for the Mets, taking on the Marlins, making his MLB debut. He's the number 2 prospect on Fangraphs for the Mets. 51st overall, solid fastball, solid curveball, dreadful command. Allegedly, at least those are the scoutings for him. He's thrown 113 innings in the minors so far this season. 113, 11 in AAA, 102 in AA. He has a 40% K rate in those innings. He struck out 14 AA hitters per 9 innings, 13 in his 2 starts in AAA. He's just mowing everybody down. He had a 21% swinging strike rate in those 2 starts in AAA, a 17% swinging strike rate in AA. He's just missing all of the bats. You can see the projection models. Steamer has him at 26. Oopsie has him at 29. The bats got him at 24.5. I mean, we're expecting something in that like mid-20s. Certainly could be a little bit better than that, but we're diving in and we're taking Jonah Tong at 8,500. One, that might just end up being too low of a price tag. We don't know for sure, but 8,500 for the debut, not bad. If we look at stats versus righties, this is where it starts to look a little bit better, because Miami is 27th in WRC plus active roster against righties. That's the 4th worst mark of any team in the league. Just not doing a damn thing. Similarly, they are the 2nd lowest ISO team against righties. Really very little out there that's going to show less power than the Marlins have against righties. The only saving grace for Miami is that they do not strike out. They have the 4th lowest strikeout rate against righties. And there's a line in the sand here. 16, 16, 17.5, 17.5. The Astros are 5th, 19.5. That's 2 full percentage points. If you add 2 more percentage points to Houston, we go from 5th all the way down to 17th. So that's where that gap is. They don't strike out against righties. I think I don't care, especially at 8,500. But let's take a look at some of the strikeout props to see, do the markets agree? Because I think that's everything that matters. I'm going to guess his strikeout prop is 5.5. But I don't know. I haven't not looked. Tong, 5.5. Pretty heavy juice to the over. So he's at 5.5 minus 150. That's the best over line. Under 6.5 minus 160. He's basically sitting at 6. Hard to be mad about that at 8,500. Outs props probably going to be like 16.5. Does he even have one? I guess that's a even better question. No outs prop that's available that I see, but strikeout prop at 6, I can deal with that. I assume you guys can as well. Not to mention, we could take a peek. We want to talk park factors. Mets are 18th this season in home run park factor for righties. They are 11th in strikeout park factor this season. I just want to go to him. I'm definitely not worried about the Marlins. Coming out of the Sims, he's our second most exposed pitcher behind Logan Allen, who I promise you we're going to get to. Now, there are plenty of pay-up options. Skeens, Rodon, Bieber, all 10K or higher. Snell, Peralta, Kirby, Ray, all in the 9Ks. We have a ton of pitching available. But I think it's easiest to get to Jonah Tong. And the real takeaway here for pitching, no one's owned. 25%, well, let's say 24% to Robbie Ray is the most ownership going to any pitching. Now, we have a spread out slate. There's a lot of games, but no one's breaking free. So if you like Ray, Tong, Kirby, Skeens, Snell, some of these pay up options, ownership's not slowing you down. 15 to 20% on some of the top arms in the league doesn't matter. You're not worried about that at all. Some of these matchups necessarily aren't great, but at 8,500, Tong makes your life easier, especially when you pair him with Logan Allen. Now, Logan Allen is coming in at 6,200. So right away, if you're pairing Logan Allen and Jonah Tong, 14,700 for those two players, you could have every bat you want. The lineup that I built out for the perfect lineup went with a Texas stack, which we'll get to. And I think that I filled out my final 3 spots. I think we had like 5,100 for 3 spots. We got like Bobby Witt, somebody else super expensive, Seiya Suzuki in the best spot today for hitters. Like it was easy because of that pitching. So I want to roll with Tong as a primary option. But I think the next guy that we have to talk about is Logan Allen, and that one becomes a little bit different. 6,200 at home, taking on Seattle. Now, if we want to look at this here, I have it already pulled up at Add More Funds. On the season, 24.5% strikeout rate to lefties. Doesn't see a ton of lefties because he's a lefty. He's thrown about 1,800 pitches to righties. 16% K rate is not good. Clearly. 199 X ISO. Not great. Clearly. 8% swinging strike rate. Not great. Clearly. You can sense a pattern here. None of that really feels awesome outside of the work that he can do against lefties. But if we want to head over to check out the stats, Seattle on the season against left-handed pitching, 9th in WRC plus, 4th in ISO, 8th in strikeout rate. So does it paint us in the best light by going to him? Certainly not. Seattle's real. Seattle's very real. And the opposing run total, like Seattle's implied total, is 4.6. That's as high as anybody at the top that's getting any love. It's definitely the riskiest spot. But $6,200 allows you to take on quite a bit of risk. And I think that's really the thing that I like the most. $6,200, that's a cheap price tag. Now, if we want to try and think about this in a slightly different manner, the Guardians' home run park factor this year, 21st. They have a 90 overall park factor. So the park should help him quite a bit. And the park does profile at least a little bit towards strikeouts. Must be a batter's eye thing. So that is going to help him out a bit. If Logan Allen can keep the ball in the yard as much as possible against Seattle, I think he's going to be fine. Let's take a quick look here at what Seattle looks like in my home run model. Mohammed says Julio homers today. I mean, it's the park factor that's killing him here. But if we look at it, he's getting a lot of help from his bat speed. Logan Allen doesn't give up problematic barrel rates, and that's taken a bite out of him a little bit. Ultimately, does see a bit of a benefit overall from his hitting features for today. But that's hurting him a lot here. The park factor is taking a pretty big bite out of Julio Rodriguez. How do you guys feel about Logan Allen today? Tong's tough to talk about. Clearly, we can see the upside at 8,500. Is Logan Allen the direction that you guys want to go for today? Or do you prefer different value? Do you prefer Nestor Cortez? Do you prefer Peyton Tolley? Do you prefer Seth Lugo? Now, remember, it's not like I think Logan Allen is good. He just happens to be 6,200 and the best pitcher coming out of our pitching tool. Allen's a little better at home, but Mariners also hit better away from Seattle. Agreed. Okay, you guys want me to look at Peyton Tolley? Assuming I'm saying that correctly. So let's take a look at the data here. 18 games started in 2025 in the minors. 10 in high A, 5 in double A, 3 in triple A. Certainly mowing people down. Definitely not the same swing and miss stuff that we're seeing out of our boy Jonah. But 91 innings and a 13K per 9 looks good. Just the projection models are definitely projecting his K rate quite a bit lower. Third ranked prospect in Boston system, 71 overall. So coming in a half step behind Jonah, but the difference is does profile to have some command and has a true out pitch in his fastball. 70 grade fastball is real. Now, as a rookie, if you can't command that pitch goes long time. But let's take a look at him in the top pitchers tool. 9% top 2 pitcher, 11% top 2 value, only 9% owned. I mean, honestly, looks just like a slightly more expensive Logan Allen. So I guess we could dig into this a little bit. We got another lefty. So how has Pittsburgh's active roster been against lefties this year? On the season, Pittsburgh, 9th worst WRC plus to lefties, 4th highest strikeout, 10th lowest ISO. I mean, it's hard not to want to boost him a bit. Now, he came in our first sim, 13%. It's only projected for about 10. So at the very least, we are either with the field or going a little bit higher. But I mean, one thing that I could say for certain, I would rather, as you guys can see, I have 43% Allen at 10% ownership. I got 13 of Tolley at 10% ownership. I would much rather have 30 and 25. If I just go Logan Allen down 5 and Peyton Tolley up 5, my guess is that this looks a lot more rational from a balance perspective. So that brought Logan Allen down to 37, brought Tolley up to 16. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like it might take one more. If I take Allen down 10, where are you hiding? Bump Tolley up again. This might be too extreme when we do it, but I think this makes for like a more diverse set of lineups to feel better here. Yeah. Okay. So Allen down to 29, Tolley up to 21. I love this. I don't mind being a little heavier on Allen because I think $1,400 is a pretty sizable gap. But that right there now gives me 2 bites at the apple of a 3x stand on Allen and a 2x stand on Tolley. I'm glad we walked through that because I think that looks better for roster construction. I see a Dean Kramer shout. Horton? Cade Horton? Well, Cade Horton did not show up in a single lineup, but at the very least, I'm happy to take a peek at him because he does get Colorado. It just happens to be in Colorado. Sample size is real. 700 pitches to lefties, 700 to righties. Lefties don't touch him at all. 128x ISO, 294x WOBA. Nothing to worry about on the lefty side. Now, righties are interesting. He's allowed a 138 ISO. It's also a 216x ISO. So there is a sneaky bit of power being hidden in his numbers right now. I mean, obviously, we know that Colorado against anything is not going to profile as like a good team. They're dead last in WRC plus for their active roster. They're coming in with the second highest K rate. They do show a little bit of power, but that ISO number isn't park adjusted. So it's probably just pretty accurate for today, given we're in Colorado. But even if Colorado has been better as of late, it's not like they are good now. Horton's sitting at 7,800. I mean, the implied total at 4.7 is only a 10th of a run higher than what we're seeing for Logan Allen. Certainly, it's all coming about from a different way. But, I mean, I can say this much. 4% owned Cade Horton. I like him more than not getting him. That's another guy where, like, if I had 10% of him, I think that would be very reasonable. I like him more than guys that are probably showing up. So if I bump him up to 10%, does that kick him into any lineups now in my top 150? Let's find out. Nope. 10% didn't get him in. Let's see if we need to go up. Let's bump that a little bit further. I don't know what it's going to take. Let's try 20. Because eventually you get to a point where like you're boosting it and all of your underlying data stops being important because you're disconnected now. Okay, so a 20% ROI boost for Cade Horton only got me him in 2 of 150 lineups. So while I do agree that he grades out as like a guy that should get paid attention to a little bit more, it doesn't appear that there's any natural way to get him without making some pretty sizable stands that I don't think you could back up totally. Yeah, Lugo, I don't know what the deal with him is right now. 271 X ISO allowed to lefties this season for Seth Lugo. I mean, that is just, and it's real, 250 for just normal. I mean, his fastball is getting hit like crazy, dude. He's thrown 314 fastballs to left-handed hitters, 4% swinging strike rate, and they're slugging. Every lefty that steps up there slugs like Aaron Judge. 313 real ISO. Now, the park will help for sure. But like, I don't know who looks good for Detroit. Because if I'm going to play Seth Lugo, I'd probably rather just like bet Riley Green to homer. Yeah, I think that might be the play. Riley Green showing up quite highly ranked in the home run model here. I mean, somewhere in the top 15, somewhere in the top 25. Shit, he might even be just outside the top 10. Caminero's 10. Need to add rank here. Yeah, I mean, he's like the 20th best home run for today. And every piece of data supports it. What I'm seeing here, I don't necessarily want Seth Lugo, but I kind of like Riley Green as a one-off. I mean, I guess we should probably just get into the stacks now. That's probably the path we need to take. And that's going to lead us to Detroit. Spoiler alert. No, that's not what I want to do. No, that's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Oh, wow. I thought Detroit was ranked a little bit higher than that, but they are not. So let's look at the stacks that came out of the sim tool so far. Let me kill some of these columns. I don't need leverage. All right, so top 150 lineups. Number one stack in exposure is the Chicago Cubs. There's not a soul in this chat right now that's going to be surprised to hear that. Cubs in Colorado, 7-run implied total. That's 1.3 runs more than any other team on the day. Their top stack odds are twice as high as the Yankees. They're not even like a horrific value either. If they were slightly cheaper, this would get really problematic. And then they're 16% owned. 2x the next highest team, and then some. The Dodgers are sitting at 7%. The Cubs are sitting at 16. So we know the Cubs are the top team today. No one's going to be surprised. The real conversation clearly comes in for like, who do you want to go to otherwise? I wrote up Texas for the perfect lineup. No Seager. So that's slightly not helpful, but we're getting the benefit of a lot of other stuff here for Texas. So I want to talk about the Rangers here for a second. Springs on the hill for the A's. Obviously, we know the park is a hitter's park. Springs will stop lefties. 154x ISO, 312x WOBA. Swinging strike stuff isn't there, but he does limit damage. Not so much against righties this season. No Evan Carter either. Good work, Red Skittles. 1,900 pitches thrown for Springs so far this season. 19% K rate to righties. 209 ISO, 194 X ISO. He's given up some power, and he's giving up some power in a park that absolutely positively supports the power. And you can see without any other adjustments, Texas is the second most exposed team we have in top 5 stacks, or in 5-man stacks. They're the second most exposed 4-man stack team. They're the second most exposed 3-man stack team. We have 29% of the Cubs. We have 24% of Texas. Next closest team is the A's. I like getting to Texas here. And I built that lineup out in the single lineup simulator. And it was great. It was absolutely fantastic. So if we look at Texas, do we have any good homer spots for any of these guys? I mean, Wyatt Langford, tip of the spear, if that's who you're looking for. What are his home run odds today? Do I still have Odd Shopper pulled up? Sure do. What are Wyatt Langford's? Nope, gotta go the other way. What are his home run odds today? plus 390. Is that the best line we got out there right now? Yeah, plus 390 on FanDuel right now. He's the number one guy I got coming out of the home run model. Ooh. I'm going to end up betting Wyatt Langford. But I mean, this is what we're looking for here when it comes to Texas. You've got Langford, power from the right side. You've got Duran, not so much power from the right side. Garcia's got enough. Young's got enough. Freeman's got enough. Higashioka certainly has enough. Could be Jonah Heim, depending on which direction you want to go here. But I think Texas is the team that I have my eye on the most. Coming out of the top stack tool, they have the second highest stack score. And the reason this is happening, because their top stack odds are fourth. They're tied for fourth at 5.7%. But they are the number one value stack by a mile. Only the White Sox are close, but we're talking about a lesser value team that's also the second worst top stack team. So they're not even in the same ballpark. And they're 6.6% owned, which is third. But really, anything that's not the Cubs, you're not really fighting with a lot of people. So I like Texas. And because of that, I want to hop into the single lineup sim. This is the lineup that I built for the perfect lineup. Tong and Allen, 5-man Texas with Higashioka, Freeman, Jung, Langford, and Garcia. And that left me so much money that I got Ohtani, Witt, and Suzuki as 3 separate one-offs. 6,400, 5,700, and 5K. It's just infinite money with this combination, and it seemed to work out pretty well. But let's take a look at it. Let's build a lineup with Texas so you guys can see it happen on screen. You know, we talked a bunch of these pitchers. I'm going to go back to Tong. And then I kind of want to go Logan Allen. You know what? Let's go Peyton Tolley. So that gets us to our top 2 pitchers. Let's roll back over to Texas and grab what we want here. So I definitely want Langford. I definitely want Josh Jung. I definitely want Adolis Garcia. Part of me wants to go Heim over Higashioka and save a couple dollars. So I will do that. So that's 4. And then it kind of feels like I need to grab one of Duran, Freeman, or Josh Smith to lock in that second base spot. So I'm going to take whoever has the highest. It looks like it's Freeman is the highest guy that can place second to hit my home run model. Because Smith is down here near the bottom. So is Evan Carter, by the way. So it looks like that's going to be Freeman. So I'm going to put Cody Freeman in at second. First base, shortstop, outfield. But here's the interesting part. You can't see it on the bottom of the screen. This might not work the way that I want it to. Oh, it kind of does. Perfect. You can see on the bottom of the screen now, we could lock players in the single lineup sim. And you can now add randomness. So it's not just giving you the optimal anymore. You can put a little wiggle room on it and see what else actually fits. So I'm going to add just 5% of randomness. And we're going to see what the single lineup sim gives us as our 3 plays. And it gives us very interesting. Wait, did I select Texas? And I did. I see why that happened. I had Texas and the A's selected. What the hell did I do? Rooker's got to go. Wilson's got to go. Kurtz has to go. I screwed that up. Jung back in. Heim back in. Lock. Unselect the game. 5% randomness. Let's complete it. Ohtani, Jacob Wilson, PCA leaves 300 on the table. Let's see what it looks like. Not bad. Not bad. 30.9. So now I'm going to take out Wilson. I'm going to take out Ohtani. Take out PCA. Everything's locked. What happens if I click it now? Ohtani, Wilson, Armstrong. So there's what I can tell is at 5%, there's not a lot of wiggle room for those specific spots. But watch what happens if I bump it up to 20. Do we get something different now? We do. Luis Arias, Bobby Witt, Kyle Tucker. So now we have a completely three different dudes here. Three uniques to the lineup we built before. Right out of the gate, three uniques, different lineup. We run it again. Very similar sim ROI. So technically, we could save that one. I could take these guys back out again. And I can click complete this lineup. Now we get Ohtani, Dansby Swanson, and Brent Rooker. Run the lineup simulation. We could do this over and over again. We could swap Heim for Higashioka. We could swap one outfielder out for a different outfielder. We can make it a 4-man. And we could use this randomness to go and build a different lineup and a different lineup and a different lineup. Now we're up to 50% sim ROI. This is the tool now, folks. And the real fun part for it, I could take that lineup that I just built and I could click the entry manager, and now I could use the single lineup sim the way that we use the full simulation package. I could build individual lineups, load them to the entry manager, and have my CSV ready to go. This tool is building out some really fun options, guys, and I want you to understand how great it is. Sorry. Wife is asking me if I want any Chick-fil-A. Got to respond. So if you guys haven't signed up at Stokastic, if you haven't used this single lineup simulator yet, man, you're going to enjoy it. And on the NFL side, everything that I just explained, it's the same. You can pick your quarterback, two wide receivers that you want to stack with it, a run back, lock them in, use the randomness, generate the rest of it. Maybe you like one guy that shows up in the randomness. You could lock that guy, redo it, then keep going and iterating. I think you guys are going to enjoy this tool. Speaking of the NFL, I haven't talked about it yet, but I got to talk about it right now. Plenty of different ways to sign up, and football is coming. So we can start on the college football side. You could use the promo code SCORE, 30% off any college football monthly package. That's easy enough right there. You can use the promo code BIRD if you want. This is the best deal that exists if you're confident you're going to just use all of our stuff for the next few months through NFL. It's 10% off any NFL yearly or all access package by using that promo code. So if you're going to get if you know you're playing NFL and you're going to get it for the year one way or the other, grab yourself the 10% savings, get it for the year right out of the gate, and that'll be the biggest savings that you could have by subscribing to one of our packages. If you're looking for the same sort of situation, but you're going to pick up NBA when it keeps going, or you're going to finish with some MLB, obviously there's golf and MMA and countless other sports. You could also use it for the all access package. So those links are here. The links should be in the description of this video. Either way, though, sign up at stokastic.com. Use either the promo code SCORE for college football or BIRD for the NFL. Come on in the door for this NFL/college football season, if you want. Choke Hold'em. It's going to only be an article moving forward now. Just with it being the end of the MLB season, with Loughy moving to NFL, with most eyeballs moving to NFL, it's not worth the amount of time it takes me to record and edit it now. because there's just not going to be a lot going on in the baseball streets that people are like super interested in. So I'm just going to write it up every day, and we're going to go that direction. It's coming. It's going to exist for the NFL, so keep your eyes peeled for that later next week. That's just going to be a full Loughy endeavor for the first week because I'll be out. For the second week, I won't be giving picks, but I will be doing the single lineup sim portion of the video. I just won't be involved the first week, but there is going to be an NFL version, and I will be doing an NBA version when we get to October. But for baseball right now, it's just not going to matter. So I will talk about it every day. I'll be on the strategy show every day too, so we could like kind of work our way through it. But for it to be like an independent piece of content, it's just not worth the time. All right, let's take a look at another team, because I think we can go a couple different ways here. We were taking a look at, let me remove some of these columns, matchup versus perfect. Because we took a look at Texas, who's number 2 in stack score, and obviously Chicago's number 1. I don't think we need to spend much time there. But then we get 3 teams that are sort of the same. Oakland, San Diego, and the Yankees. Yankees have the highest top stack odds of those 3 teams. They're also the worst value. The A's are in the middle, and then they're in the middle. And then San Diego is actually lowest in top stack, but highest in value. So you're getting all 3 of these teams. Neither one of them are facing a pitcher that's getting any real ownership. So you're getting these 3 teams, and it's sort of like, if you have a little bit of extra salary, you want to go to the Yanks. If you need to save a little salary, you probably want to go to San Diego. And if you want to thread the needle in the middle, that's when you go to Oakland. So it all depends. But I think the matchups are very important here. So we're talking about A's, San Diego, and the Yanks. So the A's get a date with Jack Leiter. He's been getting absolutely blasted from an expected perspective. The real life numbers, super low for ISO. The X-ISO numbers, somewhere around 200. When does that catch up? So if you're thinking about maybe it happens today, in the A's park, makes a lot of sense to me. For the Yankees, Gomez has gotten absolutely wrecked against lefties so far. Doesn't exactly profile as anything very interesting, and this is just a murderer's row of power. Grisham, Rice, Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, Chisholm, McMahon, Volpe, Wells. All of those guys in 2025 against right-handed pitchers, no one has an X-ISO lower than 185. The whole damn lineup has power. So I don't know how you dodge that. I like the Yankees. Very expensive. Great spot to grab Logan Allen if you need to. And then finally, San Diego was the last one. Zebby on the hill. Lefties mash him into the dirt. Righties don't. So, you want to pick some of these guys off. It's not like Luis Arias has any real pop, so that lefty power isn't going to matter. It's O'Hearn. It's Sheets. I guess Cronenworth to a degree, but you're not feeling as great about the righty power. I would probably put San Diego last of that group of 3, with them, the Yankees, and the A's. But what we really need to do right now is completely ignore everything that I'm saying, because we got more important stuff to do.
Hey.
What's going on, brother?
Nothing, man. Just got a little NFL show over with.
Oh, this is great. You're muted.
No, I'm not.
Well, you're not bringing it. Wait, is it me? Do I have my audio off?
I bet you do.
Shit. I was so pumped, dude. I was like, finally, after all this time, you're the one that comes in and ruins it. But I just ruined it in a different way, the same way.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, just got
unfortunately
got some NFL stuff done week 1. We made some sick adjustments to the single lineup sim. That's going to be available.
I was just using them on the MLB side right now. You just missed me.
Right? The fact that you can cross over the entry manager from the sims to the single lineup sim, that you can lock players and rotate through lineups, rename your lineups, and then add as many as you want into the entry manager. That type of stuff, man. Very excited about. Because, for NFL, and we'll get into home run roulette right now, but like for NFL, the single entry contests are gigantic.
Oh, they're massive. Single entry is my preferred way to play NFL, or like 3 max or whatever it is.
Yeah,
like
me too.
I prefer that 100 times out of 100 in the NFL over the giant lottos.
I don't even play the Millie anymore. I'll power sweep, the spy, the red zone, those types. Like there's so many good single entry 3 max. Of course, I'll just max the mini max because why would you not?
Sure.
But like, I know you'll still play NFL, even though it's not your like primary thing. Do you know how many entries are in the Millie Maker for week 1? The $5 one?
800,000.
Yeah. 832,000, I think.
I listened to your entire show, so I was trying to make it seem like I knew, but I fucking heard you guys talk about it a half hour ago or whatever.
I'll throw a couple darts into the $100 Millie because that's not like, for a Millie Maker, that's fun. But you also are going to have a ton of people that are just tossing 150 in, and I'm not doing that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Sign me up for like the power sweep and all of those fun joints. That's what I'm looking for.
Anyway, man, how you doing?
Yeah.
Did anyone hit yesterday?
Well, I can tell you this much. Ozzy Albies did not. I'm quite confident that Nick Castellanos didn't, or you would have told me. And as far as I know, Jeremy Pena did not.
Nick Castellanos didn't even play. So, no. And the shitty part, remember I said Real Muto? And then I switched it to him. Real Muto did homer. The Phillies scored 19 runs. And before we get into this, if you want
do I need to fix this for real?
What's that?
Do I need to fix this for real? Oh, wait.
Fix what?
Oh, I see what your text message says now. Okay.
No, yeah, I didn't.
You were going to go Real Muto and then you went to Castellanos.
On the show, I was, yeah. And then I just never even realized that Casty didn't start. So, as always, type dinger in the next minute. We'll pick somebody. We'll spin the wheel. This is the last one we're going to do, at least with the two of us. I think you'll keep it going. Just in some
point. I'm gonna run this the rest of September.
I tweeted yesterday, and I'd mentioned this too. Can I just get something off my chest to just this stupidity that we see out here? And I think
go for it.
Everybody in chat will agree because many of them play DFS. They bet, they understand, just the way things work. I tweeted yesterday that the 4-homer game is statistically rarer than a perfect game. And people go, well, that's not true. It's becoming way more abundant. It happened 3 times this year. Like, you idiot. It happened once over the last 13 years prior to this. And like, yeah, well, that means, and one guy's like, kids are taught to hit more or hit harder and this. I'm like, oh, so Kyle Schwarber and Eugenio Suarez just learned how to hit more home runs this year? And then they're like, well, you don't see any this and that. Dude, go back to 2009 to 2012. There were 6 perfect games. There were 3 alone. Philip Humber, Felix Hernandez, and Matt Cain in 2012. There's been 1 in the last 13 years. So those are the same morons that back in 2012 would have been like, man, hitting's really down. These perfect games aren't so rare anymore.
You are 100% right.
I know.
Most people are dumb. It's got to be infuriating.
It's infuriating because they're taking one season over 100+ years of data where these guys play 162 games a year.
Yeah. We were texting while he was doing it. And then I realized that he was about to get up for that next plate appearance against a position player and couldn't get it done. Popped out and he looked not happy about it.
It would have been the first time ever. And he had a golden opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I remember the Mark Whitten one as a kid, and it like made me remember Mark Whitten hitting 4. which is just like it's burned in my head that he's one of the people that have done 4 from back in the day because it was super rare in like the mid 90s.
It still is. That's the thing. Like it's happened, dude. It's happened prior to this year 5 times in the last 32 years. 5 times, So yeah, you can look at this year instead of going, man, it's going to become a lot more common. You should be saying it is insane that we experienced this.
Yeah. It's so fun to see.
Delgado
sticks in my head too.
These people think it's going to happen 5 times next year.
Yeah. It's fucking dumb.
Anyway.
You want to spin a wheel?
Let's do it. Well, pick somebody first.
Well, yeah. Austin Semmelman. You're up.
Nice. He's always in chat. He hasn't gotten one yet.
Yeah. Let me tell you what. The pool of people that type dinger today, significantly smaller than it normally is, brother. Football's here.
I know.
All right. I'm going to reload.
Yeah, we had like 300 the first couple weeks we did this.
Yeah. This is good start here. That's a very, very green and manageable wheel for Austin.
Can I just point this out?
Not so manageable, though. Single red value. 2 homers.
If there were ever a day, if there was ever a day though, where this is just necessary, like where this isn't actually as bad, it's today. Chat's like, what are they? 6 points back of me or something. You need to do something crazy anyway.
Yeah.
What's
2 home runs, same team.
What's the score? What do they need? You should at least let them know how much they need.
They are down 6.15. So no matter what you pick, you're going to get to plus 615 in a 2-leg or a 2 home run parlay, but you needed plus 615 or higher to equal you.
Right. So let's say plus 616 or longer to win.
Yeah.
And
this is going to end up being monstrously higher than that, but
you need a plus 541. It's hard for me to see that, but I think it's
plus I need plus 540 or higher.
Okay. It's hard. Okay.
Do you want the next spin or should I take it?
Spin me. It's not this wheel, is it?
No, it's not. I got to reload.
That's
all right.
hell.
So here's your. That's real bad. Here's your reload.
Okay.
Much better, but you got the 3 in there, which I would really like for you to get. So here we go.
No.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Okay. So I'm gonna just
go.
Full disclosure, I'm betting
Ohtani, Judge, Cal Raleigh, and it's plus 400.
And I will be betting this for sure. There's no way I'm doing a three-leg homer without betting it.
Have to. Fuck. Oh, that's great. All right, baby. Here we go.
Let's not ignore it. That's a beautiful one. Now you still need semi-long odds, but that still could give you,
I want the freedom. Here we go.
I hope you land on something that's so good that you don't have any odds that long that you can't win.
Bats first through third.
You need a 540 or longer, though.
I do. All right. Top batters tool does not have order in it. Okay. Jordan Klein in the house.
Hey, what's up, brother?
I got a very nice DM from Jordan yesterday on Twitter that I cannot talk about on this stream.
Of those AI videos?
No. Better. I'll text you, or Jordan can send it to you.
Okay.
Too. You'll have a good time with it. All right. So 3-hole hitters that have a lot of home run probability. I can't go to any of those guys. I almost probably have to go to like a leadoff hitter.
I might go back to the Phillies, I think.
Ooh. I don't like this one, but that might be a path. All right, we got about 3 minutes to go before we do this, so get your research in.
Wind's blowing in today. That wind, I'm pretty certain that wind blowing out at Citizens Bank Park made a big difference yesterday. I mean, granted, 3 of the 4 that Schwarber hit were just absolute no-doubters.
Yeah.
But that Oppo shot, did you see how that carried?
No, I didn't. I only saw the 4th one. I didn't watch the others.
So his first one was 460, right? His second one was like 400. His 4th one was long, no doubter. 3rd one was like an Oppo kind of half swing, one-handed. Yeah, like it was a weird one, but the guy just has so much power.
Okay, I think I've got mine. Okay. But I hate it. But it's the only thing that I could really do right now. It's a dreadful spot, but I'm going with it anyway.
Yeah, because you need that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like this, but no choice. So plus 750. Oh, I didn't save my criteria. Let me see. Bats first through 3rd. I'm going Jackson Holiday at plus 750.
Jackson Holiday at plus 750.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's he facing?
And then Robbie Ray in San Francisco.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, like, I need a guy that hits 1st through 3rd that also has good odds. Like, it's thin.
Okay.
And then Austin went with Nick Kurtz and Tyler Soderstrom.
Okay.
So Kurtz is sitting at plus 235. Soderstrom is sitting at plus 350. That is a parlay of 14 to 1.
All right. Well, that would certainly win it.
Yes.
All right. If you want to start locking mine in.
Oh, yeah. Shit. You have a 3-legger. Hit me. This should be good.
All right. Michael Busch plus 295 in Coors against Herman Marquez.
Gotcha.
Bryce Harper plus 265 against Bryce Elder.
Gotcha.
Do I just plug Ohtani in here is the question against Zach Gallen?
Yes. Number 1 in my home run model.
What's that?
Number 1 in my home run model today.
Okay, let's go Ohtani at plus 160.
Shohei Ohanta plus 160.
Ohanta.
That is a plus 36.49. So 36 to 1.
Dude, if I got 36 points on this.
If you hit this and we don't, this parlay alone will be more home run points than we got all of this stretch.
That'd be crazy. All right, that's fun. I'm going to sweat it, and I'm going to bet it. Yeah. $70 million man, Schwarber going 0 for today. That's why, honestly, it doesn't actually carry over. It doesn't mean anything. But I don't want Schwarber after a 4 home run game. I kind of just don't. Even though it's illogical, give me Harper. Give me Harper. Why not?
There we go. All right. Before I go, hit the like button on your way out the door. Loughy, give them the quickest spiel you can on NFL for today and what we have moving forward.
Yeah, man. Greg and I just did a video. We built a ton of lineups in the single lineup sim, looked at the sims, all the new features, took a deep look into week 1. So that's available right here on the Stokastic YouTube channel. But also, we're back Tuesday, first look, Wednesday, strategy show, Thursday night football strategy show, and live before lock. Friday strategy show because there's Friday football. And we've got the sim strategy show, and then Sunday live before lock. Monday, like we got it every day. So make sure that you're locked in, that you're subscribed, even if you're still playing baseball, which you should be. Josh is going to keep this running. we'll have a lot going on for sure throughout the NFL season. And then into NBA, we'll have everything. So make sure you're here. We'll see you guys soon.
Boom. Later, y'all.